A very good morning. I'm Dr. Sumita Muthu, pediatric ophthalmologist at Narayana Nethralaya, and it gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to on this special day where Narayana Nethralaya and SHG Group have come together and collaboratively they have developed this device called Aura Vision, which is going to change lives of several people. And Mr. Dalmia and Mrs. Dalmia here are here to grace this occasion, and they are giving away actually 30 devices to underprivileged people, which is really going to change their lives and make them more productive and contribute to their society. So as you all know, Mr. Dalmia has been involved in a lot of philanthropy work. Mr. and Mrs. Dalmia have done plenty of course they're industrialists, they've done pioneering work with various technologies and everything, but they have done a lot of philanthropic work, and I would like to hear more from Mr. Dalmia about this device that they have actually helped us launch.
I was introduced to this by Vision Aid, actually through my friend in America, Mr. Sam Mehta, who is bringing out a volume of a book on which he has done a lot of effort. And normally, when he works on these books, he nominates one or two entities for him for whom he is seeking donations, voluntary donations. So he introduced me to this. Then I got in touch with Vision Aid, and then I learned about SSG technologies. That is how it all started. And in November, I visited SSG Technologies, was highly impressed with what change it can bring, the potential that it has to bring to their lives. So I decided to make a launch. My thought was first to launch only 10, 15 devices. But then I learned that 35 people have already been identified. And if only 10, 15 get, and others get disappointed, then I did not feel good. So we had to do such reshuffling and give priority to this.
Thank you so much for your generosity, sir. And this day is also a special day because Mrs. Dalmia celebrates her birthday today, and not today. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but we are also doing this on account of her birthday. So I would 80 years. Okay, completing 80 years. Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. So, Mrs. Dalmia is completing her 80 years, and of course, she's been the other strong half, and together they have done plenty of work, and she's been the backbone of, I'm sure, plenty of things that Mr. Dalmia has done. So, I would like to hear from you, ma'am. How close is this kind of philanthropy work to you? How do you feel about changing lives of several children who are actually underprivileged and also disabled and unable to lead a normal life? How do you feel? Uh,
I think God is great, and the new inventions that are coming to facilitate such problems with human beings, it is uh, praiseworthy, because for a blind who has not seen maybe the whole life or from whenever, coming in and trying and realizing and seeing faces, even if they are little vague or whatever, what a joy it must be giving, and what a privilege. I feel so blessed that we have learnt about this, and my husband has taken this if he can do. And I request people to go into this details of this aura glasses, and in whichever way they or their company can help, they should go ahead and do it. It is for the, you know, for your own happiness. If you make anybody happy, how happy can you become? That's my only request. And thank you for doing such a wonderful job.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very well said. I think some of these children or adults have barely led a normal life and have not been able to educate themselves, have not been able to employ themselves only because of one limitation, while they're blessed in several other feats, like they may be intellectually superb, but just because of this one limitation, they have been.
The other senses of yours become more developed. and how they must be feeling left out in the world with one no vision. It's something.
As Sam said, our world is vision based. So everything, starting from a traffic signal to how they educate themselves, everything is vision based. Though the other sensations of other senses of these blind people get stronger, but since our learning and our employment is vision based, they need to step up their vision as well. And this has definitely paved way, for all these underprivileged people to lead a near normal life and help them employ themselves and also educate these young children. Thank you so much, sir. And what do you think? This is. I mean, you've heard a lot about artificial intelligence these days, and Aura Vision is actually an AI-enabled device. So, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think can happen in the future with a device like this, which is AI-enabled?
If it can make the almost blind people really see as good as a normal human being, and with the other faculties of that so called blind person already God given better than the normal human being, it's difficult to say what that individual will be able to perform.
Absolutely. So, we are going to talk more about this device and what wonderful things this device can do. Kindly wait for the event to start and we will update more on this. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. That's my cue. Good morning, everyone. And I would like to welcome each one of you on this special occasion where Narayana Nethralaya and SHG Group of Technologies have come together, and they have, they're going to launch this device, which has already been launched 1 month ago, but they are going to distribute these devices to underprivileged people. Thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Dalmia present here and family for making this possible, because these children cannot afford these devices, and they are truly going to change these lives with their generosity. Thank you so much, sir, for this generosity. So let us begin this event with a traditional lamp lighting, symbolizing actually the eradication of darkness and some light being thrown into these lives. So I would like to invite Mr. M.H. Dalmia to please, and Mrs. Abha Dalmia to kindly come onto the stage and help us light the lamp. I would also like to invite our CEO, SK Mittal sir, to kindly, Group Captain Mittal sir, to kindly join. I would like to invite Mr. Ramu Matangi. Ramu. I would like to invite Mr. Ramu Matangi here, please. Okay, okay. She said no once. Yes, please. Mr. Sitaram Mutangi, thank you so much. He's the CEO of SHG Technologies. I would like to invite Dr. Bhanumati, Head of Pediatric Department at Narayana Nethralaya. I would like to invite Raghukul Nandadas Prabhuji to kindly light the lamp. So Prabhuji is here from the ISKCON temples to actually grace this occasion and bless all the children present here. So I would request them to kindly take the stage, please. Ma'am, can I please invite you to sit here on the dais? CEO, sir. Okay, please join us. Dr. Bhanumati, please join us on the stage. Mr. Sitaram Mutangi, kindly join us on the stage, please. Okay. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ದಿನ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾರಾಯಣ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯ ಮತ್ತೆ SHG ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸೇರಿ ಕೊಲಾಬರೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಕಂಡಿಡ್ದಿರೋ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ನ 30 ಅಂಡರ್ ಪ್ರಿವಿಲೇಜ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಿಸಸ್ ಡಾಲ್ಮಿಯಾ ಅವರು ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ 1 ತಿಂಗಳು ಹಿಂದೆ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂಧತ್ವನ ನಾವು we can eradicate it, or we can almost help these people lead a normal life. So ಅಲ್ವೇರು ಕಣ್ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ರೆಟ್ನೋಪತಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಗ್ಲೋಕೋಮಾ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೇನೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಏನೇ ತೊಂದರೆಯಿಂದಾನು ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಲೈಫ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಈ ತರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರೋ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವರು ನಮ್ ತರಾನೇ ಒಂದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಭಾರ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಟು ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ CVI ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಇದು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ ವಂಡರಿಂಗ್ ಹೌ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್. ನೀವು ನೋಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಂಥ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಈವನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಬಟ್ SHG ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜೀಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ನ ಬಹಳಾನೇ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೌ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ at just 1 lakh rupees. But when I am saying just 1 lakh, idu for underprivileged people this can be a huge sum. That is why Mr. and Mrs. Dalmia have actually made this generous donation for us, and they are going to be helping at least 30 children to use these devices, and they're going to be changing their lives today. A huge hand. So I'll just give you a brief introduction about what vision rehabilitation means, and what are these low vision aids. Can I have the presentation? Yeah, can you? Yeah. So if you look at the burden of blindness across the world, the burden of blindness is almost 2.2 billion people. And in India alone, we have about 5 60. We even have a vision chart today to show you what it means. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಟರ್ ಇರೋ ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 618 to 360. ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಓಕೆ, ವಿಷನ್ ಇಂಪೇರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಖಂಡಿತ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಓದೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಬರೆಯೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೂ ಅವ್ರು ಕಷ್ಟ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. So what is the impact of blindness and vision impairment? So if you see, it does not only affect the individual, it affects the family as a whole. The entire family has to make an adaptation to actually educate this child. It also affects the society, because these children and these individuals may not be able to contribute to the fullest to the society. And as on the whole, it also affects the country, because the gross national income also reduces. Next please. Next please. So the challenges which are faced. No, and these people often even live in isolation. In fact, many blind people come together and they try to help each other. So that is one thing that they do. And we know, of course, that we see that even crossing a road, sometimes they may have a fall, they may have an injury, and they're also prone to several other health problems. Like, for example, it may affect their mental health. Some people may go into depression because they're not able to, contribute to the society, and it'll also affect their employment. Oh, okay. So, what are the ways that we can actually improve their living and productivity? So, this is where vision rehabilitation and low vision aid comes into play. What do we mean by vision rehabilitation? Vision rehabilitation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ environment ನ modify ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ we just change certain things in their home, we change certain things in the place they work. This will help them lead a near normal life. So these are just, these may be devices, these may be certain modifications. I'll just come to those. And the other, thing that helps these people lead a better life is low vision aids. So this is where aura vision comes into play. These are special devices which will improve vision. So coming to what is vision rehabilitation, as I told you, this is just an intervention to change the environment. This will make them do their day to day activities. This will make them educate. This will enable education. This will enable employment. So these are, and in return, it will just help them lead a meaningful life. So we have the Vision Rehabilitation Clinic in Narayana, Nethralaya, which sees several blind people, including children, including adults who have become blind later in their life because of various blinding diseases. So what are the non-optical devices which are there? We already know, about braille. We know about cane that they use. We know about service dogs. So these are all things which are already there. Next, please. So these are all various modifications that you can see, putting a railing along so that they can climb, or highlighting the steps. These are all ways that we can help people who are blind to actually do their day-to-day activities. So in schools, if you see, they may, children with vision impairment may find very difficult to write between the lines. So just having darker line notebooks like this can also help. These are all simple measures. So, but what when these simple measures cannot help them anymore? That is where low vision aids come into play. So, these are devices which will improve the vision, which will improve their visual field, which will help them to do their day to day activities, which will help them to read, write, etc. So previously, as you can see in the background, there these are all optical devices. So some of them for near vision which are used are magnifying glasses. There are various kinds. For distance, there is something called a telescope that you can see, which is almost like the other telescope that we all know of. But these are all devices which are sometimes difficult for them to use. So what are the limitations of these low vision aids? So the limitations of low vision aids are: one, they may be a little cumbersome to use, so people may feel a little shy to carry these around, out in the society, out in the open. So a lot of children that we see actually in our own clinic, when we say, can we advise a low vision aid, so they're like, oh, will my child be viewed differently because he's carrying a device like this? So that is something that is there on parents mind. So affordability, of course, is a question, because a lot of these devices are very expensive, and sometimes you need one for a near vision, one for distance vision, so which means they have to buy multiple devices. Again, that is a limitation that these devices have. And understanding, so children who are below 8 years can never be prescribed these kind of low vision aids, because they are not even able to comprehend how to use these devices. So that is where a smart low vision device like this takes over, and it actually helps them see better. So aura vision, as you know, is a very sleek device. It's like a smart vision glass. It's like a cooling glass that children can wear, and it also has a handheld device to actually make the controls. So this was developed by SHG Group of Industries along with Vision Aid India in collaboration with Narayana Nethralaya, of course. So these devices have uh, vision loss centrally ಕಾಣಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, then we call it central vision loss. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಸ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನಿಷನ್ ಅಂತದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಪೆರಿಫರಲ್ ವಿಷನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಒಂದ್ ಕಣ್ ಮುಚ್ಚಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಲೋಕ ಕಾಣತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಕಾಣಿಸದೇ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ದೇ ಮೇ ಸ್ಟಂಬಲ್ ಓವರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೋರ್. So this will help them actually get out of their houses and try to cross a road, or get onto a public transport. So other thing is the blurry vision or hazy vision, which can be responsible for difficulty in reading. This is again the device that helps us compensate for this as well. So as you know, the one such device itself, which is aura vision. Can you do next? So this is a comparison of devices which are out there in the market. As you can see, there are several advantages of Aura Vision. First is, of course, the cost, which is brought down to just 1 lakh. You can compare with the cost of other devices. The other advantage being, so we all have heard a lot about artificial intelligence. So AI is paving its way into every walk of life. And this device is AI enabled, which means this device can learn and grow as time goes. So now there are several features of Aura Vision device that I already outlined. In future, this device is also capable of recognizing faces, capable of recognizing gestures, capable of reading letters, capable of reading out words from a text. So that is the difference that this kind of device is going to make. So Aura Vision is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. What it does is it enables the disabled. That is what we want to do. It makes them self sufficient, it makes them independent, it makes them confident, and it makes them productive as a whole and contribute to the society. And this is what we want for all these people. Thank you so much for your attention. And that is about this device. Okay. So now we'll be having the unveiling of the Aura Vision glasses video. So ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ ಆರಾ ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಲೈಫ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋಣ.
or restricted. For over 350 million people with low vision, it's everyday life. Low vision is a condition where a person's sight cannot be fully corrected by glasses, contact lenses, or surgery. It affects daily activities like reading, recognizing faces, and even walking safely. Most of the existing assistive devices are priced exorbitantly, making them out of reach for the majority of those in need. These challenges rob people of their independence. But what if technology could bring it back? Introducing Aura Vision Glasses, an affordable and innovative solution from SHG Technologies. These sleek AR enabled glasses transform how individuals with low vision see the world. For central vision loss, the image from the camera is magnified and displayed in the glasses. This helps the user to read text more effectively, recognize faces better, and discern better detail overall. For peripheral vision loss, the image from the wide-angle camera is fit into the visible field of view of the user. This helps the user to be aware of their surroundings at all times. For blurry and hazy vision, the image obtained from the camera is sharpened and displayed on the glasses. On top of that, we give the user full access to customize the image to suit their needs on the go, with adjustable sliders for contrast, sharpness, and zoom. On top of this, there is a dedicated reading mode that maximizes the contrast to display text as black on white or white on black to make reading easier. Whether it's reading a book, identifying road signs, or recognizing loved ones, the Aura Vision glasses adapt to each user's needs, helping them lead more independent lives.
ಮೆನಿಂಜೈಟಿಸ್ ಟಿ.ಬಿ ಇದು ಸೈಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಟಿನಾಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ನಂಗೆ ಬ್ಲರ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಓಡ್ಸಲ್ಲ, ನಂಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇವಾಗ ಜಾಬ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಾಗಿಂದ ಅದು ಟೈನಿ ವರ್ಡ್ಸು, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ತರ ವರ್ಡ್ಸು ಓದಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲ್ಸನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನನ್ನ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಇಡೀ ಟೀಮ್‌ಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್‌ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಬೆಟರ್ ಇದಾಗ್ತಿದೆ.
So I can't recognize the people if they are far away. I can't read books also. Today I got to try Aura Vision glasses from SHG Technology. It's today after long time I saw time in my watch. Before I can see, but I should hold my watch very near, like 3 inch from the eyes. But today I saw time from 2 feet away.
ಇವ್ನಿಗೆ 5ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ ದೂರದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೋರಿಸ್ತು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವನು ಬರೀತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ ಕೈಲಿ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಅವನು. ನಾವ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಆಂಟಿ ನನಗೇನು ಕಾಣ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿನ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕೊಡು ಆಂಟಿ, ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ಅಂತಿದ್ದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಅವ್ರೊಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಟ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ, ಇಂಥ ಕಡೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರು. ನೋಡೋಣ ಇದು ನಾರಾಯಣ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ತೋರ್ಸಿ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ಬಂದ್ವಿ.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತು. ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದ್ಬೋದು, ಬರೀಬೋದು. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಸರ್ಗಳು ನನ್ ಮಗನ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡಿದಕ್ಕೂ ಅವ್ನ್ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇದ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತೈತೆ. ಅವ್ನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀನಿ ನಾನು.
Able to identify that the persons where they are standing, what are they are doing. We can able to identify and we can see very clearly. Before it means we could see like blood now, but now there is no blindness. We can able to see clear.
ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಈ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ they can able to see easily.
Now I would like to invite Group Captain S.K. Mittal VSM sir to kindly address the gathering. Mittal sir was a veteran with a service career almost spanning 34 years. He has held multifaceted assignments and was awarded the Vishish Seva Medal and Commendation Medals from both VCAS and CAS during his service career. Since 2016, he's been taking care of several of the Narayana Nethralaya group in Bangalore. He takes care of 6 hospitals and 1 state of the art research and development center, and he also heads these 2 trusts. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us in this occasion. And I would like to kindly invite Group Captain S.K. Mittal, VSM, sir, to talk about the growth of Buds to Blossom Clinic at NN and its ongoing commitment to improve the lives of those with visual impairment. Thank you, sir.
Dalmia sir, Dalmia madam, and the other members of the family, CEO, SCGS, sorry, this SHG, and my own colleagues from Narayana Nethralaya. At the outset, I must say it's a great honor to meet a family like Dalmia's, who have not led our nation only from a business standpoint, but have a very compassionate and philanthropic heart too. I think there are true example of what a true Indian should be like. We would like to emulate you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam, for leading every national cause from the front. It's a great honor being here to meet you and to be part of whatever you people are trying to do for the society. We at Narayana Nethralaya have got very similar philosophy. Our purposes are very common. We at Narayana Nethralaya too feel that serving others is serving yourself. We are now almost about 40 years into the eye care in India. Apart from the technical expertise, the medical skills we have, I think what we are proud of is, or what inspires us and what takes us forward is our purpose laid down by our founder chairman, Dr. Bhujang Shetty. He said, he used to say, and we still follow it, that our hospitals are not hospitals for us. They are our temples, and our patients are our gods. And he used to say that whatever you do outside, I mean, you physically do, when it gets aligned to your internal purpose, it gets elevated to the level of worship. With this philosophy, we are there for last 40 years trying to tackle this huge burden of blindness, which Dr. Sumita had reflected on the screen. But then we found one very, very special sector which was getting ignored in India. That was the pediatric blindness. And unfortunately, pediatric blindness programs in India have not gained momentum because they do not make a business case. And something which does not make a business case, which poses challenges for sustainability, unfortunately does not taken up by the businesses. But we at Narayana Nethralaya, like I said, our goals are to serve the mankind, and we thought that part of our profits we would like to invest on something which others are not doing. So we started exclusively focusing on the pediatric eye care. We had a very dedicated pediatric eye care department, pediatric ophthalmology department. But then somewhere in 2007, it started gaining momentum. We had one of our doctor coming after training in US. He had worked on something called retinopathy of prematurity. Uh, Let me just explain for those who don't understand this. A large number of children are born preterm. They're born before they're actually 9 months in the womb. When a child is born prematurely, he's at risk of having an undeveloped retina. Not everyone has this problem, but statistically, about 10% of the children who are born prematurely tend to get tend to have a retina which is not fully developed. And if this is not found out in time and not treated in time, these children are likely to go blind, completely blind in the first 10 years of their life. Now one can imagine the burdens of blindness a child, apart from the emotional trauma for the family, but look at the economic burden on the society at large, that a child has to live maybe another 70 to 80 years of his life with blindness. So we kick-started this program with the help of the government. We entered into a private partnership with Karnataka government. Now we screen every child which is born prematurely in the state of Karnataka free of cost. But screening is just the starting point. If you screen and you find their problems, you don't treat the children, screening has no use. So our hospital has gone ahead in bringing these children from the rural areas, wherever they are, to our hospital, and we also treat them free of cost. This is our commitment to the children. But then we found amongst children, the reasons for blindness are far too many. So this needs a more integrated approach. Then we found at times the eye is fine, but the coordination between the eye and the brain is not okay. Ultimately, eye is like a camera, but the entire processing happens at the brain level. So now we encountered children, maybe their eyes are fine, but since the eye brain coordination is not fine, they're not able to see. Then, somewhere in 2015 and 16, we started another program called CVI, Cortical Visual Impairment Program, a very special department. Again, like I said, because of business reasons, these services are not available. Almost these services are nil in India, maybe another two to three hospitals in the entire country are doing it. And we joined this very elite club. Now, this particular program started with the active support of our pediatric ophthalmologist. I would like to mention a name, Dr. Pooja. She was at the forefront of doing it. Then there was a lady from Norway who had envisioned this program, and then we gave a name to this program called What's to Blossom, because children are having problems while they are inside mother's womb, and at the birth, sometimes too many complications happen because of birth complications. The oxygen to the brain is not sufficient, and the children are born right at the birth itself with those disabilities, and they go undetected and become a huge burden, not only for themselves and their family, but the society at large. So we had the general pediatric ophthalmology department, then we had the ROP coming in, sitting on it as a specialty. Then we introduced CVI, and then said we found it's not enough, and then we introduced the services of rehabilitation, counseling, because the trauma, it's for the parents is quite a bit when children are suffering. So we brought in counselors, we brought in a rehabilitation program. Now, medical services are generally incomplete without technology. And unfortunately, as we all know, the technology flows from the Western countries to India. And as a result, the technologies become very expensive and they become very unaffordable. So we thought that this is time that we should look at developing the entire ecosystem at large. So we started encouraging our technology companies that, well, there is a requirement, and if you can come out something like this, we would like to. So this is how our partnership with the SHG started flourishing. We found again like-minded people who have very similar aim of serving others, but they're trying to serve others through technology. So we became their clinical partners. And this is what It led to the development of this first made in India AI driven low vision, uh, medical device. But then, having said this, in India, the problem is far more complex. In India, healthcare is not only a medical issue, but it's a economic issue as well. Every year, 3% of the people in India fall below poverty line just because of medical expenses. Um, Even if you have good doctors, you got good hospitals, you even develop technology, we still find there's a huge gap because there's some people, unfortunately, at times, I always feel that, the bad things come in packages. You're not only poor, also have bad health. And then we need, you know, some other kind of people who can bridge this gap. Um, we started a free hospital at Tumkur about 2 years back, wherein the only thing that hospital doesn't have is a cash counter and a cashier. The entire treatment in that hospital is free. But then coming back to the pediatric eye care problems now, we set up the hospital, uh, we partner with the technology companies, and of course, of our own at our level, we were trying to subsidize treatments and, of course, give little free treatment also whenever required. But then the scale is too much. Well, this is where I think, Dalmia sir, that gap needs to be filled with people like you. And that's extremely motivational. That is extremely inspiring. That you have not lost sight of this need in society, where you understand that the poorest of the poor are not only poor from an economic standpoint, but they also suffer in terms of their health care. So we are greatly honored by your gesture. Dalmia Madam, we look forward to meeting you time and again because, you know, this is one part, but this inspires us. Let me tell you, both of you sitting in the front, you're giving me goosebumps. I'm feeling so excited, and this brings our faith back into humanity. It aligns us to basic purpose of the humanity, why we have taken birth, why we live, what is the purpose of our being here. And you truly exemplify this. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I only hope this is just the beginning. We'll continue to collaborate and we'll try to scale by bringing different stakeholders on the same stage in days to come. Thank you so much.
Shri Mridu Hari Dalmia ji, or Mr. H. Dalmia, as he's popularly known, is a leading Indian businessman from an illustrious business family, as you all know. He was a gold medalist in chemical engineering from the Jadavpur University. He has led number of companies with diversified interests including cement, industrial ceramics, mechanical engineering and mining. He has been associated in different capacities with the whole spectrum of industries, which includes OCL India, First Capital India Limited, Arctech Infosystems, JK Paper, Bharat Sugar, Dalmia Cement, Hari Machines, and Dalmia Agencies. More importantly, he's also played a stellar role in Dalmia Institute of Scientific and Industrial Research, FICCI, Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry. This industry doyen is also a champion of philanthropic causes, as you can see, like supporting education by setting up schools in backward districts in Orissa. He has provided numerous scholarships to underprivileged children. He has funded IT centers for girls, university in Rajasthan. And he is a believer of Panchamukhi Shiksha and or fivefold education. And so he's actively been promoting and encouraging talent in diverse fields like fine arts and music. He is known to lead by example, as you can see, and he promotes a healthy lifestyle through healthy habits and naturopathy. Thank you so much for being here, sir. And I would like to kindly request you to address the gathering here.
Friends, it is my great pleasure to have come to know Mr. Muthangi, who my friend in US, Sam Mehta, who out of his hobby prepares books on different subjects, travels to so many places, for he is fond of photography. So he takes photographs and goes into the history and then compiles the whole book. The kind of books that he has compiled is worth seeing. And the good thing is, after all that, he dedicates it to some charitable cause, normally two causes. And then he invites his friends. How many copies will you like to have? And how much donation you like to make to any of these following institutes which for whom this book is being dedicated. So that's how I have come in touch with many new charitable institutions, and Vision Aid is one of those. When I learned about Vision Aid, I wanted to get more details, and then I learned. I have been trying to do something for the unfortunate to whom God has not given them proper eyesight or full eyesight. I knew that God has given them something else. But nevertheless, if this handicap could be made up, I saw a video many years ago, a small child asking one adult, how is red color? How is green color? He does not know the difference. He does not know what color is. In the end, he asked, and that on the occasion of Holi. And then in the end, he asked, when you don't need your eyes, will you give it to me? That is how I started cornea transplant. Every year, by God's grace, we have been sponsoring 40, 50 cornea transplants. Somehow, I found there has to be a reason to do this, and the reason has always been some happy occasion. For example, this function is also linked to two or three happy occasions. So, coming back to this, through Vision Aid, I came in contact with Mr. Muthangi and I planned a visit to them. Original plan was, okay, I will come from the airport, spend 1 or 2 hours with you to understand all that you are doing, and then go in the evening. But as God had wanted it, it did not work out that way. That program had to be cancelled. And next time I found that it was possible for me to spend half a day. And that's what we did. And I was thoroughly impressed with what kind of work is being done. So then and there I said, I will be happy to launch the first Aura glasses in Bangalore. I was initially thinking, because these are not very cheap devices, I was initially thinking I will start the launch with 10 or 15. Then Mr. Muthangi told me 35 beneficiaries have all been identified. It's fine, we will try to find out if more people will come forward to sponsor. But then I was working in my own effort and could manage that. I was happy, or God blessed me to be able to sponsor all the 35. And that's what we find today. We will be hearing some experiences of the people who have used it for some time. My father was always a believer: spend less on yourself and spend more on others. That is society, the underprivileged, who for some reason have not been given what you have been given. So, with that background in mind, I have tried, at least in the last few years, 15 years maybe or more, as they say, दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं विदुः. I will elaborate in English. I have to give. If that is the thought behind first criteria for a good donation, it should be given to someone from whom you expect nothing in return. Diyate anupakarine. Nor you have received any benefit in the past, nor you expect anything in the future. Then taking care of desh, kal, and patra, place, time, and the individual. For example, in the time of COVID, different kinds of donations were required. Maybe in Africa, different kinds of donations are required, and so on. So, desh, kal, or patra, whom to give. That is Satvik Dan. God has blessed me. I am able to do to a great extent. Every day when I do my Sandhya Vandan, there it says, Pashem Sharda Shatam. God bless me that I see for 100 years. Jivem Sharda Shatam. That is next, that I live for 100 years. Shriyam Sharda Shatam. That I also able to hear for 100 years. So how important it is, Pashem Sharda Shatam. How important it is. We all must have heard about, who is this gentleman, big Ramayana, who gave big evidences in case of Ram Mandir. नाम ध्यान में है आपको विक्रम जी? Anyway, he is a born blind, but his memory and from the previous births, what he has learned in Supreme Court, he was able to quote where what is referred regarding this place being birth of Lord Ram. And that was a very important part which played the role for Supreme Court judges to come to the conclusion that this is the original place of birth of Lord Ram. So these people are gifted. There is no doubt about that. I have met him once or twice. Fantastic gentleman, fantastic yogi, sant, whatever word one wants to use. So with all these, I pray once again, God grants me the strength to continue whatever little I have been doing and continue to give inspiration to do new things, whatever can be of use to the underprivileged. God bless all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind blessings. We truly feel blessed in your presence here, and all these children are definitely blessed for you having touched their lives so immensely. And with this, when two intelligent and strong and hardworking people come together, they become unstoppable. Yes, I'm talking about Mrs. Abha Dalmia, who forms the other half of this powerful couple, is the co-founder of FICCI Ladies Organization. She, along with Mrs. Indu Jain, was responsible for initiating the birth of FLO in 1983, and she has been the president since 1984. FLO has become the leading business organization for women, and it has had 13 chapters and over 4,000 memberships. 21, I'm sorry, 21 chapters and over 4,000 members, I believe. 12,000 members. I'm sorry, I think I'm not updated. Thank you, ma'am. And she's been involved with the travel trade for the last 40 years and has been associated with various philanthropic works, from charitable trusts like Dalmia Atiti Bihar to working for the upliftment of weak and poor sections of our society, and taking up the cause of promoting our textile industries for underprivileged weavers and artisans. She's the chairperson of the program committee of Samagam, which is contributing in preserving our golden heritage by holding meaningful cultural programs. It gives us immense pleasure to invite you here, ma'am. I would like to kindly request you to address the gathering here. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So, yeah. So, with this, let us begin. The reason why we are here is to distribute these wonderful devices called Aura Vision to these children who are in need of these devices and whose lives are going to be changed and touched with these. So, I would like to invite all our dignitaries onto the dais. I would like to invite Mr. M.H. Dalmia onto the stage here. Kindly join us, sir. I would like to invite Mrs. Abha Dalmia along with sir. I would like to invite our group captain, S.K. Mittal, sir, to kindly join us on stage. I would also like to invite Raghukul Nandandas Prabhuji to kindly join us here and bless all these children and individuals who are going to receive these devices. Dr. Bhanumati, head of Department of Pediatric Ophthalmology, kindly join us. I would like to invite the CEO of SHG Group Technologies, the Smart Health Global Technologies, Mr. Ramu Mutangi. I think Ramu is how we call him. So his actual name is Mr. Sitaram. Just a brief introduction regarding Mr. Ramu. He's known as the social innovator. This alumnus of IIT Kharagpur recently won the Social Innovation Award, Arohan from Infosys Foundation, for creating path-breaking solutions for social good, benefiting the underprivileged in India. So thank you so much for collaborating with us in making this event possible. So, Mrs. Sheila will now call upon the beneficiaries of these Orovision devices. I would like to invite Mrs. Sheila to kindly join us here, please.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll be calling the beneficiaries. Please get ready from one by one. Lakshmi. We need sound.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅಂತ. ನನ್ಗೆ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಅಕ್ಷರ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯಗೆ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಲೈಫ್ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆದಂಗಾಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅವರ ವಿಷನ್ ಇಂದ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ನ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಹತ್ರ ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ಕೊಬಹುದು, ಫುಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇಂದನೂ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಹಂಗಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹತ್ರ ಅದು ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ವಿತೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ನ. ಸೊ ಈ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದೇ ಅದ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ನೇ ಹತ್ರ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣೋ ತರ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಭರವಸೆನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅವರ ವಿಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ ವಿಷನ್ಸ್.
Can I ask? Is a request for Mrs. Dalmia. Please come over here and to give her one glasses from your hand.
ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಕರೀರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಕರೀರಿ. ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಹಾಗೆ ಆ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಅವರು ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಡಾಲ್ಮಿಯಾ ಸರ್ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರ್ಲಿ.
There is a small change. I'll ask all the guests over here so that we can have the distribution one time, because I don't want to disturb every time. Rakesh, please come over here. Danish Kumar, Somshekhar, Venkatesh Murthy, Abhijit Tiwari. Yeah, Rakesh. Rakesh. We can play the video afterwards. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Rakesh, please. Okay. Rakesh, please. Dinesh Kumar. Somshekhar. Somshekhar. Venkatesh Murthy.
I would like to request Raghukul Nandan Das Prabhuji to kindly bless all these children. So I would now like to invite Mr. Ramu Mutangi to kindly give the vote of thanks. I would also like to invite his entire team here, the SHG Group of Technologies. So I would okay. So I would like to first invite Raghukul Nandandas Prabhuji to kindly come here and bless the whole gathering, to bless all these children, and to bless all these teams who have come together for this wonderful cause.
So it's my great honor and privilege to be a part of this very beautiful philanthropic activity under the support of Mr. Dalmia ji and Mrs. Dalmia ji. So I would like to offer special prayers for the well-being of all these candidates by chanting few prayers. Yeah, of course. Om Agnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So let us offer special prayers at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Radha Krishna Chandra. We are all children of the same Father, right? So by His grace, we can progress in our health by the blessings of Dhanvantari, who is an expansion of Lord Vishnu. So we can do well in our healthcare, of course, by the support of Narayana Nethralaya, who has been doing a tremendous healthcare activity. So Mr. Bhujanga Shetty is a very close associate of ISKCON Bangalore since 3 decades. So very philanthropic gentleman. He used to visit our temple quite often. So by the grace of the Almighty, we all can do much better in this wonderful initiatives. Thank you so much for inviting. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Uh, Mr. Ramu Mutangi to kindly join us for the vote of thanks. And I would like to invite all the employees and everyone from the SHG group here to kindly join him as well for a group photo, please.
Yeah. As suggested by Dalmia ji. Yesterday, I took the devices to the ISKCON temple, and at the feet of the Lord, they were blessed. So this will go in a big way. Then. So this is just not the vote of thanks. It is a heartfelt expression and appreciation for the incredible passion and the unwavering commitment from you, Dalmia ji. Okay, from the time I met, how they progress, I can't really I can't really explain in detail. Okay, as engineers, we feel very happy when a product that you make works. Okay, but here it is a different kind of feeling. When these children they came and they tried out, and they said, I can see now. And that smile is the one that, and you made it happen for us, because we feel happy when the product, not the product works, when the people who are using it, especially these children, they smile. Okay, thank you very much. It's actually a gift to us, Dalmia ji. Not only a gift to the blind children, but gift to my entire team. Okay, and our ma'am, uh, I've seen an incredible human being in Dalmia ji. The last 3 months have been I can't tell you. I sent a message to him. in the night. Normally I work late night. I send a message in the morning. I get a reply by 4 o'clock or so. He sends me a reply. Okay. Now coming to Nethralaya, they have been of incredible support to me. And Pooja, Dr. Pooja, I know, what she has is the childlike enthusiasm. She tries, I said, Ramu, Mr. Ramu, you have to do this, you have to do this. And then I have an incredible team here that immediately gets into action and then does it. And then I also want to, we missed Dr. Naren Shetty here today, but thank you, Group Captain Mittal. You have substituted and you're too eager to help. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank one gentleman here. I don't want to miss Mr. Sundar. Mr. Sundar, I, I want to show you this event. The reason why I want to thank this gentleman after, when I came to India, I was working out of my home and I had to do just 4 engineers. And then I came and met him. And then he told me, Ram, why do you want to work in your home with engineers? I have an office. You come and work here. Don't bother about money. And he gave me his office, huge office, nearly, I think it's about 3,600 feet office, free of cost for nearly 2.5 years. And he supported me. Thank you very much. And now all of us, I want my team. Okay, guys, hold your hands and go to this. Yeah, Sheila ma'am, please come. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. This is Mr. Sundar. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ರಾಕೇಶ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು 2021ರಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಟಿಬಿ ಮೆನಿಂಜೈಟಿಸ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅದು ಹತ್ತಿರದ ದೂರದ 2 ಕಾಣಿಸ್ದೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ನಾರಾಯಣ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್‌ಗೆ ಬಂದು ಚೆಕಪ್‌ಗಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಅವಾಗ ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಹೊಸ ಅವರ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅವರ ಕನ್ನಡಕವನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹಾಕಿಕೊಂಡಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಮತ್ತು ದೂರದ ಎರಡು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಗಳು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಯಾರದೇ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡೆ ನಂದು ಮುಂದಿನ ಜೀವನನ ಸಾಗಿಸಬಹುದು. ದಾಲ್ಮಿಯಾ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಈ ಕನ್ನಡಕವನ್ನು ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಹೆಸರು ದಿನೇಶ್. ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೇ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಈಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಪೋಲ್ ನನ್ನ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಹೀಗಾಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ಐಸ್ ಪೂರ ಕಾಣುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನೇ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು.
ದಾಲ್ಮಿಯಾ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಕುಟುಂಬವರಿಗೆ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ನನ್ನ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಗ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕ ವಂದನೆಗಳು.
मेरा नाम सोमशेखर है। मेरे को बचपन से दूर की चीजें नहीं दिखता है। आज मैं ओरा विजन को ट्राई करा, उससे मेरे को विजन हेल्प हो रहा है, वो दूर से दिख रहा है। थैंक यू टू मिस दालमिया एंड इट्स फैमिली.
Hello everyone, I am Nilaya, Somshekhar's elder brother. My brother was in his childhood facing lot of vision related problems, and now with we coming into contact of Aura Vision, now he is feeling it good, and in his classroom earlier he was facing lot of vision problems including seeing on the board and writing. Now with Aura he is able to see it better, and I hope Aura may come in future with a lot more devices like this and help the low vision people, and thanks to Aura team.
ಮತ್ತೆ 5th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ಕಣ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇತ್ತು. ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಆರೋವಿಸನ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದರಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋರು ದಾಲ್ಮಿಯಾ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
है और मुझे आई प्रॉब्लम है, जिससे मुझे थोड़ा कम विज़न फ़ील होता है, मतलब मैं देखने में थोड़ा कम कर पाता हूँ। और मैं नारायण नेत्रालय गया था, जहाँ मुझे ऑरा विज़न के बारे में पता चला और वहाँ मैंने इसको ट्राई किया, जिससे मुझे देखने में थोड़ी अच्छी एक्टिविटी मेरी बेहतर हुई है और उससे मैं थोड़े अपना देखने में और मुझे मेरा विज़न बढ़ा है। तो थैंक्स टू नारायण नेत्रालय एंड दालमिया परिवार।